So you're 5'4" and you say you're now 110 pounds, which is a little bit less. You need to eat more. So any advice to jumpstart your appetite? The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. What's going on, fam? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with some more nuts on your chin. Thank you so much for being here. If it is your first time, welcome to the Salty Ball Bag. This is fitness without the bullshit. If you're offended by facts, beards, I don't know, gains, this is not the place for you. But if you're ready for some salty sack, this is the place for you. And you can try, test, experiment with a lot of things here in the Swoleverse. Check the links down below the beard. We got some awesome apparel, swolenormousapparel.com, brand new releases, Swole Fam releases, Swole Privilege releases. Got some stickers right here. Got an awesome, I'm not wearing it right now, I should be. Let me see, I got this new Swole Privilege tank right here. It's a little bit sweaty. It's got some Papa Swolio hair all over it. Swole Privilege, fucking nice. Looks like me too. And much more. You could also try a free class. We got a brand new mobility class. A Swollen 7 mobility class is available in the description down below. So if you have 7 minutes, you can try some mobility. Trust me, you'll like it. Free registration. Check it out down below. Today, we are talking about weight loss and actually not losing weight or not losing too much weight. Most people don't have a problem with weight loss. They don't have a problem with losing too much weight, but this is actually an issue sometimes. But we got to talk about nutrition. We're talking about dieting, talk a little about keto, talk a little about body fat. Let's see what we got going on here. This is a good one. Strap in. This one's from Eloise. Hi fam, I'm new and really excited to be here. Welcome to the fam, Eloise. I'm French, 28 years old, and been living in the US for almost a decade, 2011. I arrived in the US extremely thin, 90 pounds for 5'4" and I gained 60 pounds over time. Sounds like you're in the United States, that's for sure. So I went from severely underweight to overweight and was on my way to obesity. When the pandemic began, I decided it was actually the perfect time to focus on myself, and I've been working on finding balance. Most people got fat during the pandemic. Most people got fat, that quarantine 15, right? Mid-March, I started the keto diet, which I highly enjoy, and I lost 40 pounds. I'm now 110 pounds, which is actually less than what my goal was, which was 115. The extra 5 pounds of loss was not wanted, but I totally lost my appetite, and I have to force myself to eat most days. I will usually satisfy myself with a few small snacks, real cheese, nuts, and prosciutto, so more or less 700 calories a day. That's nowhere near enough for an adult. I don't exercise much, but I have an active job as a caregiver. I ride horses, show jumping, and I go out every day with my dog to get moving, long walks, parks, beaches, etc. I know this sounds very silly, but I don't want to keep losing weight. Would anyone have any tips or advice to jumpstart my appetite back up? Well, you're probably stressed out. We talked about this on the Daily Swole podcast a couple days ago. You're probably stressed as a caregiver. That's very stressful to be giving, very emotionally taxing. So you could be stressed. You have an active job, but it sounds like you could be stressed and maybe just under eating as a result of that. Your few small snacks don't really sound that healthy. So I'm more concerned kind of like what you're eating, and 700 calories a day is nowhere near what an adult female should be consuming. So you're 5'4" and you say you're now 110 pounds, which is a little bit less. You need to eat more. So any advice to jumpstart your appetite? Eat more. Just do it. Just eat more. Spread out those extra calories over those meals. So if you're eating 3 small snack meals a day, add another 100 calories to each of those meals. You just need to eat more. Now, keto is good for some people. It's not good for everyone long term. Some people don't really find benefits to it super long term. So you started in mid-March. What we got here? March, April, May, June, July. So 4 months. Maybe it doesn't work as optimally for you anymore. Maybe you need some more carbohydrates in your life. You definitely need to eat more. And for an adult female that's not really active, you could easily be eating double, if not a little bit more than that. But I would recommend lifting weights. I would recommend starting to train, because show jumping, that's activity. The horse is doing most of the work. I'm not saying it's not fatiguing and it doesn't take effort, but you're on top of a horse doing the effort. You're a caregiver. You say you go walking, doing like long, slow duration cardio, kind of like general activity, which your body normalizes pretty easily. So just need to eat more. This is a habit thing. Now, one of the things that I did when I was bulking, I was eating every 2 hours. This is like 20 years ago, but I was eating every 2 hours and my body started to feel hunger. I started to get those hunger pangs within 4 minutes of my countdown timer, because I used to time 2 hours between every meal. So I would feel hungry almost to the minute because I trained my body to do so. My body got used to eating every 2 hours on the money. Your body will get used to eating more, but you have to force it. Your body is used to not eating that much, but it doesn't mean that that's enough for your body. This could have to do with stress. This could have to do with hydration. This could have to do with just gradually eating less and just adapting. Doesn't mean your body doesn't want more food. You're just not doing a lot of activity as much as you think. I would start lifting personally. I think it's very important to do exercise, not just do work. Being active and moving around isn't concentrated exercise for you, time for you. So it could be something with stress. Could be a hydration issue, and it could just be a habit issue. Your body is adapting to eating less, which is why you're gonna keep on losing weight if you're under eating that much. So what are your thoughts, fam? Drop your thoughts down below. I would really like to learn more about Eloise's diet. Obviously she said keto, but she was vague on what she was eating. So cheese, nuts, and prosciutto is not a healthy diet from what I see. So it's great that you're losing weight. I'm glad that you're kind of bouncing back to your previous form, but if you don't want to keep losing weight, you got to eat more. So it might have to come down to being a little bit more analytical and actually keeping track of your calories. Now, I'm more of a quality person rather than a quantity, but if you're definitely not eating enough, seriously, more or less 700? Is it 700 or is it 900 or is it 500? You need to know exactly what you're consuming. So for some people, being more analytical and being more quantitative with caloric intake is important. And that's for you, Eloise. So make sure that you are actually paying attention to how much you're consuming and start eating more. A little bit over all those meals, but definitely increase that, because I recommend you start lifting weights. I recommend you start training, and I recommend you start eating more food. So it's gonna be a habit that you have to build, and you'll start requiring more food. You'll start being more hungry. It's just habits. Your body is adapting to its environment. And if you don't give your body food, it'll adapt the best it can to not having a lot in its system, but create a more demanding environment for your body. Start training regularly, start lifting weights 3-4 times a week, start increasing your calories per meal. And I think you'll feel a lot better and you'll start gaining some of that weight back. Thank you so much for your question, Eloise. If you have anything you want to add, Swole Fam, drop in the comments down below. Remember, in the description down below, you got Swolenormous apparel, you got a free mobility class, you got more information on join the Swole Fam over at swolenormousx.com, and don't forget to check me out on the Daily Swole for the Daily Swole podcast, Extra Thirsty, Ask Papa Swolio, Red, White, and Swole, all that on the other channel, the Daily Swole. So make sure you subscribe over there as well, and I'll see you, fam, real soon for some more Nuts on Yo Chin. Peace the fuck out.
We stay woke, but y'all sleep. Rilla mo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo. Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown. You are the king and apology. You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no